Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Is Mitch Bacall the shocking biological father Claire was unaware of? Updates and spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that the paternity of Claire Newman, played by Hayley Erin, could undergo a significant change. Could there be a shocking revelation that Mitch Bacall, played by Roger Howarth, is her biological father? Soap operas are notorious for retcons rewriting history. It's a possibility that needs some consideration, especially now that Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, has tragically passed away. The show might opt for a rewrite, leaving Claire in shock upon discovering that her father was actually someone else, specifically Mitt. After all, there must be a reason for Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, to join the Los Angeles storyline. This could involve more than just Victoria offering her support to Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and checking in on Claire. What if Victoria and Mitch had a romantic history? Victoria might get a surprise. Victoria could be in for a shock if she encounters Mitch and recognizes him as her past love. It's not unusual for soap operas to introduce plot twists many years later, just as they did when it was revealed that Claire was still alive. After a DNA test, Cole claimed to be the biological father, but he was the only one who actually saw the results. We could speculate that Cole fabricated the story because he was so eager to start a family with Claire and Victoria. Especially since Claire needed a strong father figure to guide her throughout her life. Cole provided that, but now that he is gone, it is clear that he is not adding anything new to the story. A curveball in paternity? Perhaps it's time for a paternity curveball to totally upend Claire's world. Since Victoria is Claire's mother, Y&R would naturally be able to preserve that aspect of Claire's identity. Despite this, Claire adored Cole and would be shaken to learn that Mitch was her biological father. Since Mitch is somehow linked to the life-threatening mess Noah got caught up in, that could certainly create some conflict with Claire. We should also mention that back when Roger Howarth played Franco Baldwin on General Hospital and Hayley Erin played Kiki Jerome, they worked well together. Even though he wasn't really her father, they still bonded like they were. Before realizing that her biological father was someone else, Kiki once thought Franco was her father. Even so, Kiki maintained a bond with Franco, which led to some great father-daughterish chemistry between Howarth and Erin. Howarth recently shared a picture of the two of them with Erin on his Instagram story, which could be considered evidence of the father-daughter dynamic. Regardless, a paternity twist could change everything for Claire, so keep an eye out for some stunning updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers say there's much more LA mayhem to come no matter what. Catch up on everything that is going on right now with Y&R. The Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates can be found here frequently. Y&R Roger Howarth's character Mitch Bacall has arrived, everything we know. Here's what we know about the new character Mitch Bacall, played by Roger Howarth, as revealed by spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Who is he? What ties him in? What is he up to? Mitch Bacall, who is he? Roger's character's name, Mitch Bacall, has finally been made public after months of secrecy. Mitch is the husband of fellow newcomer, Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, who also recently joined The Young and the Restless. These two own and operate the Shadow Room, the LA club that Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, was there to check out. Unfortunately, it seems like there is a lot more going on there. What else is Mitch Bacall doing? Sienna has informed us that Mitch met Noah in London and offered to invest in his California club if he decided to open there. Sienna, on the other hand, seems to be expecting Mitch to show up at any time because she doesn't seem to know much about his conversation with Noah. This makes something a little off. Could Mitch be to blame for Noah's car running off the road? What is in store for Mitch Bacall in the future? Mitch will have a major problem with the Newmans, including Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and the rest of the Newman family, if he had anything to do with Noah's accident. Sadly, it appears that Mitch is doing a lot more than just that. It is hard to believe that the show would paint Mitch into a corner where he has no means of redemption. However, it seems that the Bacall's marriage is not what it seems. It appears that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, are their new love interests rather than Mitch and Sienna's troubled marriage. It's possible that we're looking at something entirely different than a chic reunion. How do we proceed from here? Given how long it took him to reconnect with his wife, Mitch doesn't appear to be very committed to her. However, When Mitch found out the truth about Noah's accident, he seemed pretty worried. Is Mitch attempting to get close to Sharon in the end by concealing his role in Noah's accident? Is Mitch involved in a lot more? Does Sienna want away from Mitch, or is she just trying to hold her family together? Is this all a plot to cover up for Sienna and Noah's roles in Noah's demise, or could Sienna be the one who wants that family to be happy in the way they thought it would be? Will the truth eventually emerge regarding how everything transpired? How does Noah fit into this call? For all things Y&R, come here. The Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates can be found here frequently. Mitch Bacall debuts, helping Harrison, Sharon's danger. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, October 31st, 2025 have been released. Fans can anticipate that Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, will go above and beyond for Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, in the following episode. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, takes a risky route. In addition, Holden Novak, played by Nathan Owens, discovers a brand new side of Claire Grace Newman, played by Haley Erin. There is also the debut of Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth. Continue reading to learn more about the upcoming episodes of the CBS soap opera. Be sure to check out the spoilers for our weekly Y&R here. Assistance to Harrison Abbott. Let's begin with Harrison, Kyle's son. It is stated that the young man will go the extra mile for his son. For Halloween, it looks like Harrison will dress up in a wild outfit that will make his father happy. It could temporarily distract Kyle from Claire, Holden, and the AI threat as a whole. Harrison might even force his father to take part in Halloween by getting into a costume himself. The young man would go to any length to help his son. Maybe Kyle will lighten up as a result of this. Read more, find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Holden Novak's viewpoint. Claire and Holden will continue to be close friends in Los Angeles. The blonde will probably also get regular updates about how Noah Newman, played by Lucas Adams, is doing. Despite the fact that Claire had never met Noah, his coma had a profound impact on her. When we get back to Holden, he will discover a new side of Claire. On Halloween, she might end up seducing Holden with her moves. The dangerous search of Sharon Newman. According to the spoilers for The Young and the Restless for Friday, October 31st, Sharon will embark on a desperate search for information regarding Noah's accident. However, it will lead her in a dangerous direction. If Sharon gets too close to the truth, then she could become a target herself. Read this, The Young and the Restless spoilers. Victor, not Kane or Jack, is Phyllis' primary target. The debut of Mitch Bacall. Speaking of Sharon, her search happens at the same time as Mitch Bacall's debut. It is implied that the man and Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, his wife, are involved in bad behavior. How does this relate to Noah, and why would they want to kill him? This could put Harrison's father in grave danger if Kyle demands information from Sienna about Holden and Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, through Kyle. Despite the fact that this LA business is far from over, stay tuned. Kyle is currently back in Genoa City. On Friday, October 31st, 2025, which storyline is most anticipated by you? Write down your thoughts in the box below. To find out what happens next, remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount+. As Halloween descends upon Genoa City, The Young and the Restless gears up for an episode packed with emotional depth, mysterious encounters, and dangerous revelations. Friday, October 31st, 2025, looks like it will be a turning point for several important characters. Kyle Abbott will step up for his son Harrison, Sharon Newman will go on a dangerous quest for the truth, and Mitch Bacall's long-awaited debut will stir up new intrigue. Holden Novak, on the other hand, finds himself drawn into the mysterious energy of Claire Grace Newman, revealing a new aspect of their dynamic. Together, these threads weave a suspenseful, emotional, and unpredictable tapestry that only The Young and the Restless can deliver. Helping Harrison with Kyle Abbott's fatherly devotion. A touching father-son storyline is at the heart of the episode. Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, continues to grapple with the chaos in his personal life, from the emotional fallout surrounding Claire and Holden to the mysterious digital threats that have loomed over him. However, his young son Harrison, Redding Munsell, emerges as his guiding light in the midst of the chaos. This Halloween, Kyle's devotion to his child takes center stage. Harrison, ever the spirited and imaginative young boy, insists on making Halloween a special occasion, even as the adults around him wrestle with complex emotional entanglements. Kyle is forced to confront how far removed he has become from the simple pleasures of parenthood while also bringing levity to the Abbott household thanks to his costume, which is said to be an elaborate and amusing creation. For once, the tension of corporate wars, romantic betrayals, and personal insecurities fades into the background as Kyle dons a costume himself, reluctantly participating in his son's world. Although these fleeting moments of joy in the young and the restless may seem insignificant, considering that Sienna Bacall's secrets, Holden's shifting loyalties, and the enigmatic AI threat continue to lurk beneath the surface, Kyle's decision to reconnect with his son may signal the beginning of a new storm. This small reprieve allows Kyle to reset emotionally, grounding his storyline in love and fatherhood before he's pulled back into chaos. Holden Novak's observation. Claire Grace Newman's many faces. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, is watching Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, undergo a fascinating transformation in Los Angeles at the same time. Their friendship, initially rooted in mutual compassion and shared trauma, begins to evolve into something far more complicated. After the chaos she caused for herself and her family, Claire has spent months rebuilding her life. She is haunted by guilt, longing, and the need to redeem herself while Noah Newman is still in a coma, and Holden becomes both her confidant and emotional anchor. But Holden's keen observation skills pick up subtle shifts in Claire's demeanor. She is gradually losing her sweetness and remorse in favor of confidence, allure, and even danger. The setting of Halloween is an excellent metaphor for her dual nature. Is Claire still the wounded soul seeking forgiveness, or is she falling back into the manipulative behaviors that used to cause so much pain? Holden's growing attraction to Claire, according to some fans, could lead to disaster. Perhaps she's testing her power again, or maybe she genuinely seeks connection. Either way, Holden's realization that he's seeing a new side of Claire suggests that trust will soon be tested. Will Holden become her savior or her next victim in a web of emotional deceit? Claire's story has always been about duality, light and dark, guilt and redemption. As she moves through Halloween night, that inner battle seems poised to erupt, and Holden's perception of her may determine which side of herself she embraces next. The dangerous search for the truth of Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, begins a suspenseful and emotional storyline in Genoa City. Her motherly instincts override every warning sign as she investigates Noah's baffling accident. Sharon's journey has always been one of perseverance, from overcoming challenges with her mental health to heartbreak and betrayal. However, this new investigation may take her into truly perilous territory. The spoilers hint that Sharon's search leads her down a path of danger. That phrase implies more than just emotional turmoil, it also suggests a threat, a conspiracy, or possibly an intentional cover-up. It is not by chance that her investigation coincides with Mitch Bacall's debut. Mitch and his wife, Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, seem to be entangled in a scheme that reaches far deeper than anyone realizes. Sharon might become the target if she gets too close to finding out the truth about their arrival, which could have something to do with Noah's accident. Sharon has previously encountered danger, including stalkers, kidnappers, and even her own destructive impulses, but the stakes are higher this time around. She's fighting not just for justice but for her son's life. It's possible that the upcoming episodes will show Sharon in full motherly protective mode, determined to confront anyone who stands in her way of the truth. The danger that looms over her storyline sets up a thrilling, emotional arc for November sweeps. Mitch Bacall's arrival, new faces, old secrets. Mitch Bacall, played by Roger Howarth, is a name that instantly makes waves in the soap industry. Roger Howarth's arrival on The Young and the Restless has been highly anticipated, and his debut as Mitch promises to shake things up. Mitch's introduction comes with an air of mystery. He's married to Sienna Bacall, but together, the couple's motives are anything but pure. Mitch and Sienna's business in Los Angeles may be connected to illegal or underworld activities, according to rumors. Fans are already speculating that the Bacalls are connected in some way to the AI threat that is threatening Kyle and the circumstances that led to Noah's tragic accident. They are described as being up to no good. Mitch may present himself as charming and refined, but underneath lies a calculating figure who uses manipulation as his weapon. The two of them could become unexpected adversaries if Sharon's search leads her directly to Mitch. Imagine the tension of Sharon standing toe-to-toe with a man like Mitch, a blend of intellect, deceit, and danger. Howarth's talent for portraying morally ambiguous characters ensures that Mitch will blur the line between villain and victim, adding depth to an already complex plot. His debut also opens the door for new alliances and rivalries. Mitch's entrance may serve as the catalyst that binds all of these strands together, given that Sienna is already on Kyle's radar and Holden accidentally falls prey to a trap because of his connection to Claire. The Bacalls have the potential to emerge as the next major force in Genoa City and Los Angeles. Threads of fate, interwoven destinies. What makes this episode particularly compelling is how seamlessly the storylines interconnect. Kyle's attempt to protect his son and maintain control over his life intersects with Sienna's hidden agenda. Sharon's quest for the truth threatens to expose Mitch's dark dealings. The emotional pyrotechnic that sets off the next big scandal could be Holden and Claire's relationship. Halloween becomes a metaphor for masks, deception, and transformation rather than just a festive backdrop. Every character is trying to see past someone else's mask or concealing something. The costumes and festivities only amplify the illusion, reminding viewers that in Genoa City, appearances are never what they seem. Final thoughts: the calm before the storm. Friday's episode feels like a prelude to chaos, a delicate balance between heartwarming family moments and the creeping sense of danger that The Young and the Restless does best. Kyle and Harrison's scenes provide warmth and nostalgia, while Sharon's storyline injects tension and fear. Claire's evolution adds intrigue, and Mitch Bacall's arrival ensures the show's narrative momentum will only accelerate. As the shadows of Halloween fade, the residents of Genoa City will find themselves standing on the edge of revelation, betrayal, and transformation. The stage is set for November sweeps, and one thing is certain: nothing and no one will be the same after Mitch Bacall's arrival.